Greetings, fellow space travelers. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. I am your intergalactic tour guide, Vexian. Last time, we had just returned from our very successful mission of going to the moon of Minmus, collecting some surface samples, doing some EVA reports, and we made it back in one piece, which is the most important part. Now, off camera, I did go into my research and development, and I did expand my tech tree slightly. I picked up here advanced rocketry. I picked up fuel systems, which is very important because, even though it has the Rockomax, which I don't really need, because I think that's too big of an engine, I have the monopropellant tanks, I have RCS tanks, and right here fuel ducts and RCS thrusters. Those are all very important stuff. This just has radial mounted liquid engines and FLT 800 fuel tanks. That's no big deal. I also picked up these stability, I picked up survivability, which is extra parachutes and landing struts, and an LV909 liquid engine, and a whole bunch of science and ladders for my landing party stuff. But very important right here are these photovoltaic panels, which is basically solar panels, so that I can regenerate my batteries much easier instead of having to burn rockets. So for this episode, I've decided I am going to make another moon landing. I'm going to do another moon landing, but this time, instead of going to Minmus, which I've already been there because my little flag is there, I'm going to go to the moon. So I'm going to design a rocket, and I am going to go land on the moon. The way I looked at it, before I explore other planets and their moons, I want to explore my planet and my moon. So let's get started and let's build a new rocket. Okay. We'll get a new command pod, we'll just bring it up slightly. Where is it? Utility parachutes. I'm going to add... Let's see, I'm going to make a lander, but I can't make a normal lander due to the fact that it has the... I don't have a lander cam. So I am going to add a Science Junior. I'm going to add this comms dish as so. I'm going to do 4 times symmetry on the mystery goo. Let me just raise that slightly. Now, I don't think I really need a ladder to go to the moon. But I will do... let's see... 2 times symmetry... No, I'll just do... Yeah, I'll do 2 times. Because I don't know how many I'll need. So this is my science vessel. And I think I'm going to add 2 more radial mounted parachutes. Because if I'm going to land this thing, I don't want it to fall apart. So this is going to be my return pod. Now let me add a stack decoupler to the bottom. Let me raise this up slightly. Okay, first things first is where's rechargeable. Oh, that's small, so I'll just put it right there under the parachute. I thought that was going to be bigger. Let me... What am I looking for? What is that? Oh, tri-coupler. I don't need that. I'm gonna need... Do I want an RCS fuel tank? You know, I haven't needed it before. I don't know. I'll put it on. I'll put on that. This is a big lander. What is that, a 400? Yeah, it's a 400. And an LV909 engine. So this is going to be my lander. I should have enough, there should be enough gravity, or lack of, I should say, to not need a ladder to get back onto the moon. At least I hope so. You know what? I'm not going to take the chance. I don't need 4 times symmetry. This is the most ugly friggin' lander I've ever seen, but if it gets the job done, gets the science done, that's all that matters. All I would need to do is jump up to there with my RCS thrusters and grab a hold of the ladder, and that's the end of that. I'm also gonna add 2 little landing lights, just to make the style a little bit better. Okay, now stack decoupler. Oh, and I did add that. So where's my center of mass? My center of mass is right there. I'll do 4. Just like that. So I'll have 4 RCS thrusters right at my center of mass, approximately. This thing's already going to be heavy. And now I'm going to add my launch stage. So I'm going to add my FLT 800s that I just got. I'm going to do that. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to do... I accidentally clicked out of the game real quick and start up a YouTube video, so I just had to close that down before I heard the audio, because that would have ruined things. You think that's too much? I think it is. I'm not gonna do that much. So let me grab that. Now I'm gonna do... I want to do 2 times symmetry like this. Now I'm going to build my launch setup as asparagus staging. And then if let's see, gotta line this up. think it's... I think that's the... yeah. Let me just get this stuff symmetrical. As symmetrical as possible. That looks good. So with asparagus staging, it's basically fuel lines dumping into other tanks, and then it just keeps going on. It's the most efficient way to launch. So I go like this. Ooh, that's not even on the... yeah, why isn't this on there? I want to get it low though. Yeah, just like that. And then move this snap to the fucking thing. There. Like that. I'm gonna put on the LV30s. Then copy. Try to match it. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna get everything done. So set up the fuel tank. Oh no, I can't do the fuel tank stuff yet, because then let me take that off. I forgot I can't do the fuel tanks. I can, however, do some struts, but let me do that and add strut connectors on the top. Add it right there. I'm going to do it like that. So now if I click that, put it right there, match the height. That should have everything, including the struts. Do it one more time, match the height. That's pretty good, although these aren't even on the decouplers. That would help, because that's the whole point of it. Okay, so I have all 6 of these on the decouplers. I'll match the... I'll do the sequencing in a bit. So I'm gonna do... let's see, where's the fuel? Stage 1 goes into stage 2. Then this goes into this. Then this, let me see if I could zoom in. That will go into that, like so. Now, that looks good. Okay, let me add some stability to this. Just like that. The bottom should be good. And I think that is our asparagus staging. Now, am I forgetting anything? Well, first of all, I want to lower this so it's not so high off the ground. Put one like that. Why isn't it snapping? Like that. I think that's everything. Okay, and now one thing I'm going to do is take this whole piece, put it into this subassembly. I'm going to name this an FLT booster. It's P-A-R-A-G asparagus staging. Save. And then redo that. Now I'm gonna have to redo the top struts, which is no big deal. Damn it, didn't go. One like that. Okay. Sometimes these are a little bit wonky. I think I mentioned that in a previous episode. And I think that might be everything. Oh, nope, not everything. I almost forgot to add my... Where the hell are they? Photogenic cells. I'm gonna do... four times symmetry? No. Those aren't the ones I was hoping for. Shit. 4 times symmetry. Why is it canceling the 4 times? You know what, I'm gonna just do 8 times symmetry, I think. That way, they're everywhere around it. Those weren't the photocells that I was hoping for, but not much I can do about that. And I'm going to add 2 little battery packs as well, just to be on the safe side. Now, this is a lot of stuff, but hopefully it's enough to get off the stage. So, these 2 are going to fire, those 2 are going to fire, and those 2 are going to fire, plus the middle. All of those are going to fire on the main stage. Sounds like a concert, but... Okay, now I gotta set up the staging. So... I want this to fire first. Move that up. So that fires first, along with that. Yes, okay. So then this will fire second, followed by that third. So those 3 will all detach at separate times. I think this is it. So We'll call this the Science Heavy Moon Lander Mark 1. Save. So this is our Moonlander. Now that took a while to craft, but I think I am not forgetting anything. I loaded it up with science, I have everything. Now let's just cross our fingers and hope that that's all that I need. See, I have Mystery Goo, I have Science Junior, I have a Comma Ray, and I have a barometer. So let's give this a shot. I really hope I didn't forget anything, because that would be quite embarrassing. I know I said in the very first episode that I'm really bad at this game, and then my first 3 episodes proved otherwise, other than my slight little accident on the Kerbin re-entry trying to leave Minmus. Okay, so throttle all the way up, SAS on, and we will be launching in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. And it looks very steady. It's actually going pretty fast. Let me do a crew report, send the transmission, just get a little bit of science points. And we're about to dump our first payload. We are at 5,000 meters. $7,500 meters, or 75, yeah, 7,500, 8,500, 9,000 meters, and 10,000 meters. Now let me start my gravity turn. Turn SAS off. Ooh, I am not having a good turn here. Drop those. Where the frig? Let me turn RCS on. And I gotta get to the 90-degree mark. There, that could have been bad. I'm glad I put that RCS on. Okay, and let me turn the RCS off, otherwise I'm just wasting monopropellant. How is my orbit? Wow, I'm already almost at 70,000. Let me do this. Start flattening it out. 80,000, 90,000, 95,000. Ooh, it's still going up. 100,000. Now let me add a maneuver here. Pull it prograde. $95, and what's this? 122. Let me see if I can't. 96, and what's that? 121. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect because I am not gonna be spending a lot of time in orbit, but I do want to get a circularized orbit. Let me turn RCS back on. Point at the reticule. And turn RCS off. And I'm going to burn in 20 seconds or so. Let me zoom this out. Now I still have a lot of fuel left because of that asparagus staging. It's crazy how much better your rockets are when you do that. We need to get another couple hundred meters per second of delta V. Come on, 500 meters a second. Oh, I know why. Because my main tanks were out of fuel, and they were just dead weight. That was a big error on my part, but it shouldn't have made too much of a difference. And once I get an orbit, I will be more than satisfied. So there's the orbit. Let me get this periapsis, swing it over. 97, 108. Let me just... That's good. And let me close this maneuver. And there we have it. I have another stable orbit around our lovely planet of Kerbin. That's only worth 2. I'm going to send that science out. And look at my new comm dish. How cool is that? And where? How come my photogenic cells aren't... They do have direct sunlight. Oh, I see. It is regenerating, but very slowly. Do I also have a water EVA report? I don't know if I do or not. Let's do an EVA report. Yes, I did have one. So let me reboard. And I think that's going to call it for this first part of our moon expedition. So if you like the series so far, please like, favorite, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff. And I will see you on the next episode, which is going to be episode number 5, when we make our orbital burn towards the moon. Let's see if I can see it from here. Can I see the moon? Where is it in comparison to where... Oh, yeah, I won't be able to see it. It's on the other side of the planet. Which is unfortunate, but we will compensate for that. So, until next time, I've been Vexian, your intergalactic tour guide of the system Kerbin, and I will see you next time.